Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. HTM here, and in this video I want to answer a very simple question having to do with companions coming to the Elder Scrolls Online in the Blackwood chapter very soon. That question is, can companions tank for you, allowing you to complete things like world bosses and even dungeons, either solo or with a small group? So I've been on the PTS for about a week testing out various companion skills and loadouts, and I've put my companions to the test on world bosses, normal dungeons, and in veteran dungeons. So if you want to see how companions did in all of those situations, as well as hear my feedback on companions so far, then this is going to be the video for you. So let's get started. All right, test number one. Let's go up against a world boss. The Abomination here. Typical world boss. It's pretty hard. Has about 2 million health. So let's just try this out and see how he does. This is Bastion, set up as a tank. So he's got the Pierce Armor, the Taunt skill that he's using there. He also has the Circle of Protection, a couple heals, which you're going to see him use. Right there, he's got the Dragon's Blood heal. And he's blocking okay. He's self-healing, keeping that rune down. So doing pretty good. That's the companion ult. That's the Bastion ultimate there. And if you want to see all these skills, by the way, I'll have a link in the description where I go over all of those. More self-healing is good. He actually maxed out his health there with a couple back-to-back heals. Not bad. He's taking about 12k heavy attack. He did block it, though, it looks like. About 8k on that. And his heals, he heals for about 7 to 8k. He also has a damage shield from the sword and shield skill line for companions. He's actually doing pretty good. Okay, that hurt. That was a big hit. I'm not sure if he blocked that or not, but that was, what, like 19,000. So I'm going to go ahead and step in with some heals. Looks like he was doing okay, but he definitely would die after a couple minutes without some basic heals. So I'm just on the Stamina Templar. I have Vigor to heal my companion and myself. That's really it right now as far as heals. But he's doing a good job as far as healing himself, also holding aggro pretty much 100% with that taunt skill. So that was good. I'm going to go ahead and drop an ult and just finish off this first test. Yeah, so Bastion versus Overland boss seems pretty good. I threw in a couple heals here and there. I don't think your companion is going to be able to solo a boss without at least a little bit of off healing from you, it seems like, which I'm fine with that, honestly. So test number 2, we are going to go into a normal dungeon. This is normal Fungal Grotto. And I'm going to do a couple of bosses here. This is the first main boss, the War Chief. Now, this boss is interesting because he will ignore taunt occasionally. Bastion got knocked down there. Not sure what happened. But yeah, this boss does ignore taunt and will pretty much attack whoever. So I don't think that means Bastion can't taunt anymore. It's just the boss is ignoring it. But Bastion's getting smacked around a little bit now in this dungeon. Not sure what happened with that block. Let me try to watch a little bit closer. So he's blocking the heavy, but he dropped block. Did you guys see him drop block? He dropped block like a split second before the heavy attack actually went off, and so he got knocked down. But otherwise, healing was good. Aggro is fine. Like I said, the boss tends to ignore taunt. So we're going to try one more. This is the final boss, Krog. Final boss for Fungal Grotto number 1. So we'll see if this is any better. So there's the big AoE. That's not really an issue on normal, but on veteran, it's probably going to be a little bit hard. Go ahead and drop an ult here. Just reduce the boss damage. So far, so good on normal. This is actually a little bit easier, I think, than the world boss. They don't hit quite as hard. He's going to block there. But again, either the attack is going through block or he's dropping his block too quickly. And of course he got hit by that big AoE, but it's not doing much damage. And yeah, I think he just doesn't hold block long enough against the dungeon bosses. But yeah, normal dungeon clear. Even got a companion shield here. Nice. But normal dungeons seem to be no problem with the companion tank. Seems to work pretty good. Final test, we're doing veteran mode. So same two bosses I've recorded here. Yeah, and same thing. So he's holding block, but just not long enough. Seems to drop it a little bit early for that boss heavy attack. So he's getting smacked by the heavy attack for full damage, even though he's trying to block. Let me kill off some of these ads here. Of course, I'll block it. That's not an issue. So watch. Yeah, he had block and then he dropped it. Which is an issue when you get knocked down by some of these bosses. So that definitely needs to be fixed. I'm assuming that's a bug right there. Come on, dude, hold your block. Yeah, he's getting smacked around because he's not holding block long enough. But you can see he healed up pretty much to full health right away because I've got those 2 heals slotted, which is working pretty good so far. But at least he's holding aggro for a good part of the fight, even if he is getting knocked flat most of it. Go ahead and finish off this boss. It's going to be interesting to see the final boss on veteran mode because it does hit quite hard, especially that AoE. All right, so first boss on veteran, pretty easy with the companion. But here we go. Here's the big challenge. Can he tank a veteran dungeon boss? We'll see. Holding block, but he got hit big time. What was that, 25k? Yeah, I better restart. I don't think there's enough health, so I'm going to switch up the gear a little bit. Make sure he has more health. Because this boss hits hard. And I'll go over the full build for Bastion at the end here, but I think having more health is definitely going to be important. You can see you got hit for 27,000 there. Go ahead and drop my Nova, just to try to reduce that a little bit. Yeah, he's dead again. See if I can res him up. Get up, buddy. All right, he's up. He healed me, so that's good. Here we go. Oof. Yeah, that hit him for like close to 40k on that AoE, so that's gonna be tough. Especially since he didn't block, he didn't try the dodge roll. So I think that's definitely an issue right now. Come on. Will not let me res. See if we can get him up one more time here. Nope. Come on, Bastion, you got this. Here we go. Let me drop that Nova again. Debuff this boss a little bit. So he's holding aggro good. He's got his heals going. Here's that AoE again. Boom, 32,000. And this boss was debuffed too. That's a 32,000 AoE. But he's surviving. Never mind, he's not. All right, so new strategy. I think I need to debuff the boss a little bit more here. Let's see. Let me restart. So I think what I will do is I'm going to put heroic slash on the back bar. I'm going to debuff him with minor maim, major maim since I'm a Templar, and I'm going to run ritual for an extra heal. So let's try that. I also am running circle of protection too for the minor protection. So let's see if this helps him out. The AoE only hit him for 28k there. It's better. I'm not. He says he's not dead yet. That's good. So I got minor maim and major maim on this boss, and he's still holding aggro. Companion's good. Here's the AoE. Oof. That hit him for 36k or something. All right, let me get him up. I think we can do this now. This boss will not let me get off a res. Where are you? Where's the corpse? Oh, come on. Here we go. No. This boss should be in Cyrodiil. He's good at defending reses for sure. Right, so after the AoE, I should be able to res. Gotcha. Drop the ult. Debuff. Okay, so that was better. Debuffed, he hits for like 28k. We got this, dude. Oh, come on. Yeah, he's just taking a lot of damage. He is spec'd. I have 7 pieces of heavy on Bastion. But he takes way more damage than I do, and I'm wearing medium armor. That was about 30k. Luckily, he has a damage shield, so if his damage shield from the one-handed shield skill line is up, when that AoE hits, seems like he can survive. Otherwise, nope. Even in 7 heavy and with health traits to give him higher health, he's still dying. Now, luckily, I am on a Templar, so I have plenty of off healing, whether it's ritual, I can run vigor like I am. But yeah, I think one of my main concerns would be mitigation. If he's wearing 7 heavy, he should not be taking more damage than me as a medium armor build. So it'd be nice to see a little bit more mitigation show up, especially when you equip them with full heavy. And then blocking is definitely an issue. If he could block that AoE to mitigate some of that damage, then this would be much easier. But blocking is still a little messed up. See, he dropped block and he got knocked down again. Doing a good job holding aggro, though. Let's see if he can make it the rest of the fight. We're almost there. Nope, didn't make it. All right, I'm going to finish this boss off. 3 deaths, I think, is enough for Bastion. I think he's KO'd. So let's just finish this off. Like I said, I think the mechanics are there. If you have the build right, if you have the right skills and gear, it can work. But like I said, blocking needs to be improved. We've got another companion gear piece. If they improve blocking, I think increase the duration of that block for an extra half second, extra full second. So he holds block longer. And then if he could block or roll dodge those big AoE attacks, then it would be much better. But it still works, still doable. So then as far as the build and what I was trying out here, there are different traits. The damage reduction trait is going to be good for a tank build. So I have this on weapons and jewelry. 2% damage reduction per piece. So if you have that on 5 pieces, that'll give you about 10% damage reduction. You can see it still didn't make a huge difference. He was getting pounded into the ground. So I think they need a little bit more built-in mitigation. But then the quicken trait on the rest of his pieces, so reducing the cooldown of those abilities really helped. That means he can keep taunt up. He can heal very quickly and keep up that damage shield too, which is a big help. And then, like I said, full heavy armor, but it felt more like light armor the way he was taking damage. So I think that needs some adjusting as well. As far as the skills, I like the skill loadout that I've been using. So Provoke is the taunt from One Hand and Shield. For him, you can see he has about 10-second cooldown, but a 15-second duration. So if you have that cooldown reduction, he can maintain that taunt pretty easy. Then we've got Drake's Blood, which is his self-heal. It also reduces damage taken by 20% for 8 seconds. So this is actually good. I like it more than Miri's heal, which makes her turn invisible. This means Bastion can actually tank while he's healed. Kindle is another sort of off heal. It's from the healing focus skill line for Bastion. Strong heal, and it has a quick cooldown, about 6 seconds. So it's really nice. Heals him or me. And then here's that damage shield. It's called On Guard. So 25% damage shield for 6 seconds with about a 6-second cooldown. Works really good on the setup. That probably saved Bastion most of the time. And then we're trying out the Fighters Guild ability here, Ritual of Salvation. Does reduce their damage taken and mine by 20%. And 13-second cooldown with those quickened traits. So that's the basic setup that I was running. For the last boss there, I did sub in some health pieces. That's called Vigorous, that trait with the max health for your companion. And then here's the ultimate, in case you're curious what Bastion's ultimate looks like. But with that said, that's going to wrap up our look at companion tanks in the Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood chapter. Remember, this still is in the testing phase, so hopefully some of this can change. I think companion tanks are close to where they need to be, but not quite there yet. Also, I think it's important that you balance your expectations. I don't think companions are going to work for tanking veteran hard modes, for tanking trials, things that have a lot of mechanics. It's not going to work as well as a regular player, and nor should it. Companions are not designed to replace players. Companions are really there just to help you complete content, some of the basic content in the game, and get more familiar with harder content, so then you can join in groups once you are a better player. And I think for that, companions are going to be just fine. So if you enjoyed the video today or you found it at all informative, make sure you crush that like button. Make sure you subscribed right here to HTM for many more ESO builds, guides, and updates for the Blackwood chapter and beyond. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. Stay safe out there, and I will see you around in the next video.